everyone, my name is Rasana Angitarani and my student's number is 21331. So today we would like to present you the topic about prepositions. What is preposition? Prepositions is a word or group of words used before a noun, pronoun, or noun phrase to show direction, time, place, location, special relationships, or to introduce an object. Some examples of prepositions are words like in, at, on, off, and to. So without further ado, I would like to start the first part, which is about preposition of time. Enjoy! Preposition of time. In this preposition, there are in, on, and at. When should we use in? We use in for months. In December, for years, in 1985, for decades, in the 90s, for seasons, in summer, for weeks, in 2 weeks, for part of the day, in the morning, in the night. But be careful, because when you mean one particular night, you could use in the night. But when you mean that night in general, you should use at night instead. The next one is on. When should we use on? We use on for days of the week. On Wednesday, on weekend. For days of the month, on November 19th. For holidays, on Christmas. But this means on Christmas Day, because when you mean Christmas time in general, you should use at Christmas instead. And finally, when should we use at? We use at for specific times. For example, at 5, at noon, and the exception at night. For holidays in general, at Christmas.
Okay, here I will to explain about my material. My material is preposition of place. Before that, I will to introduce myself. My name is Nikaretna Trisna Dewi. My NVM is 213005. Okay, I will to continue. To express a place, there are prepositions that are commonly used in English. The most common preposition of place are in, on, at, which mean in. Kind of preposition of place. Number 1, in. In indicated that something is in or is in a place. Example, number 1, I live in Bandung. Number 2, seafood jar drink in the refrigerator. Number 2, on. On is used to indicate a more specific place than an on the surface of an object. Example, number 1, the bakery is on Jalan Biru. Number 2, I put my glasses on the table. Number 3, at. At is used for specific place on location. Usually the place mentioned in is special. Example, I left my book at home. Number 2, her meet his friend at the bookstore. Number 4, under. Under is used when the position of the object in question is under something and it is covered. Example, number 1, there are many coral that live under the sea. Number 2, Tora is hiding under the table. Number 5, below. Below means it is under something to or its position is lower than an object or other things. Example, number 1, the example is below the table. Number 2, you need to write a caption below the card. Number 6, above. Above is used there when object is above or finger position. Example, number 1, we are sitting above the roof. Number 2, the paragraph above the picture is a concluding paragraph. Number 7, in front of. In front of means that an object is in front of another object. Example, Mr. Bimo asked us to read the form in the front of the class. Number 2, he parked his car in front of the house. Number 8, beside or next to. Beside is almost the same as next to, which means beside or next to. Example number one, I was be beside you. Number two, the mall is next to the hotel. Number nine, near. Near means close with an object or other place or someone. Example, there is a new bookstore near the cafe. Number two, the boy near you is my little brother. Number 10, behind. Behind means the position of an object is behind another place, object or person. Example, even been standing behind you for 5 minutes. Number 2, my sister hid behind the car. Number 11, between. Between means between two or more things, place, or people. For example, she stood between two trees. Number 2, there is a big leg between us. Number 11, among. Among also means among, but is meant among many things, place, or people. Example number 1, his house is among those buildings. There is a single among us. Number 13, inside. Inside means to be in a closet object. Example, the birds sleep inside the cage. Number 2, I felt like was inside a cave. Okay, that's all about my material about preposition place. Okay, thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Nimadewan Padmawati and PM 213073. Here I will present material about preposition of movement. Preposition of movement, so movement from one place to another place. This preposition always describe movement and usually use them with verb of mention. Here is a list of the most common preposition of movement with example sentence for each one. Number 1, to, which describe movement in the direction of some things. For example, I took them to the beach. Number 2, into, movement to an inclusive speech, movement resulting in physical contact. For example, it got into the box and closed the box. Number 3, out of, indicating the inclusive speech where a movement begins. For example, it went out of the box. Number 4, away from, indicating the point where a movement begins. For example, the bird fly away from the box. Number 5, around, movement passing something in a curved route, not going toward it. For example, the cat walked around the box. Number 6, toward, movement in the direction of some things. For example, the bird is flying toward the box. Number 13, across. Movement from one side to the other side of something. For example, the snake crawled across the bridge. Number 14, along. Movement of something in a line that follow the side of something long. For example, he went for a walk along the river. Number 15, up. Movement from a lower point to a higher point of something. For example, he ran up the stairs. Number 16, down. Movement from a higher point to a lower point of something. For example, she ran down the stairs.
Okay, thanks for the chance given to me. My name is Aryani Pastranise. My NPM is 21, 3, 0, and 15. I would like to give a presentation about preposition of special relationship. Preposition of special relationship are used by both speakers and writers in order to talk about the place they occupy in the surrounding world, the location of objects in the environment, and relation between them. Kind of preposition of special relationship are: the first one is against. We use against to refer to negative, hostile, or opposing reaction to situation, beliefs, people, and etc. For example is, she leans against the tree. Second is ahead of. Ahead of is used to talk about something which is more advanced than other things. For example is, the girl is ahead of the boy. Third is along. We use along to talk about movement on or beside a line. For example is, there is a lace along the edge of the cloth. Fourth is beneath. We use beneath to describe the position of things which are at a lower level than something. For example is, he sat beneath the tree. 5 is beyond. Beyond means further away in the distance than something. For example is, the football is beyond the red pyramid. 6 is by. By can use in the following ways as a preposition and followed by noun. For example is, the building was destroyed by fire. 7 is from. We can use from to show the time or point in the time when something starts. For example, he came from the house. 8 is of. Of can be used to show disconnection from a person, place, or object, away from someone or something. Example is, his heart is off. And the last one is toward. And the name is toward. We use to means in relation to someone or something. For example is, walk towards to garage and turn left. Okay, that's all.
Okay, thank you. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Niloy Kacinta Dewi and my number is 213030. So, in this opportunity, I will present the material about the prepositions combination. Preposition is the word used to connect two ideas or concept. Examples are at, in, on, for, to, of, with, about, and from. Prepositions can be combined with noun, verb, and adjective. The aim is to show specifically how the prepositions applies in a sentence. The first one is noun plus preposition combination. Prepositions are often used after noun. The purpose of using the prepositions between two nouns is to show the relationship. The choice of these prepositions depends on the nouns and the relationship you want to show. So here are the examples of noun plus prepositional combinations. Prepositions at 20 is the age at which you need to make your own decisions. Prepositions for they couldn't hide their love for each other now, even it is forbidden. Prepositions in she fall in love deeply with the George's boy. Prepositions on we must full concentrate on the exam projects and the other examples. The second is verb plus prepositional combination. Verb can also be followed by prepositions. The use of this preposition is to show the relationship between the verb and the object needed. So here are the examples for plus prepositionals. Prepositions to, you need to apologize to Arin before she goes. Prepositions for, we cannot blame her for something she didn't do. Prepositions from, I want to hide for myself my own thoughts and fears. Prepositions at, Jordan always smiles at people whenever she meets them. And the last one is adjective plus prepositional combination. The last combination is adjective plus prepositions. Adjective can be paired with various prepositions. There are no definite rules regarding the combinations that must be used. Some prepositions that are commonly used are at, of, with, in, for, and to. Here are the examples adjective plus prepositions. Prepositions at, Changyeon is good at songwriting and painting. Prepositions of, the mall is always full of teenagers on the weekend. Preposition with, I am satisfied with the service provided by the nail salon. Preposition in, Gova is interested in English literature. Preposition for, looking for your screen all day is bad for your eyesight. Prepositions to, the movie is very similar to the book. So we can conclude a preposition is a word governing and usually preceding a noun or pronoun and expressing a relation to another word or elements in the clause. When describing the position of something, the time when something happens, or how something is done, we use preposition. A preposition is a word or group of words used before a noun, pronoun, or noun phrase to show time, place, movement, special relationship, or combination. We learn prepositions so that we can find prepositional phrase is so that we can isolate them and match our subject and verbs with each other. A preposition leads to an object which is the part of sentence that receives the actions of the verb. The prepositions also tells how the object is related to the rest of the sentence. So that's all that I can say. And for the time, I return to the moderator. Thank you.
Okay everyone, this brings me to the end of my presentation, so I would like to close this presentation. I hope this will be so useful for you and thank you for your attention.